I bought another Omnibus Collection. Well, technically it was the second half of the Sellers Collection. Yeah, we'll talk about it. But there's also some big keys in there. We're talking graded books as well. All right, guys, this was a really cool collection. If you guys remember the Omnibus Collection from a few weeks ago, this is the same seller moving another chunk of Omnis. I'll try, if I remember, I'll put the other video in the description down below. Speaking of the description down below, if you guys mail a lot of comic books, check out GeminiComicSupply.com. Get 10% off anything there. They do bags, boards. So to get 10% off bags and boards, that's really cool. You got to use Very Gary 10 to get 10% off. But the one thing I use the code for the most is the Gemini mailers, because I mail a ton of comic books, and to get 10% off it's nice. So that's GeminiComicSupply.com. All right, let's get into this. I think it was over 70. Did I count 70 Omnibus and 6 slabs or 8 slabs? So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you every single Omnibus that I acquired. Some were opened and the majority were sealed. Then at the end of the video, I'm going to show you the 6 slabs as well as what I paid for the collection. So that's it. Without further ado, let's take a look at the Omnibus. All right, guys, so here are the opened Omnis. All right, we have a stack to the left here. Over here, you can see, woo, all over there of sealed ones. But let's bring it in. These are all opened ones, this half. There were more sealed than there were open, but that's all right. Let's go through here. All right, we've got the Starlin Infinity Gauntlet. I mean, classic. This is a thick one. That's what she said. But this is a big book here for the Infinity Gauntlet. I mean, look at what it covers. Absolutely incredible storyline here. So, but that one's open because, you know, you're buying that one, you're opening it. Giant Size X-Men also open. So this is Claremont Volume 1. We have Miles Morales Ultimate Spider-Man. Who did this? Oh, Bendis, right. This was a Bendis. Oh, my phone is vibrating like crazy. More Bendis Spider-Man, Miles Morales Spider-Man. We have X-Men Age of Apocalypse here. I think this is more Claremont, if I remember correctly. More, I could be totally wrong. Here's War of Kings. There's a lot of War of Kings. So there's like War of Kings, and then we'll scooch over here and grab this because this is Realm of Kings. Awesome cover. So here's the Realm of Kings. We're going to finish up here on this pile with World War Hulk. Here's the Peter David Hulk. Peter David did a ton of Hulk. This is volume 3. I think there's like 5 Peter David Omnis for Hulk. You have FF Volume 1, Stan Lee. Here's more War of Kings stuff. Here is Road to War of Kings. Great cover on that one. You got Guardians on the back there. X-Men Age of Apocalypse Companion. This guy. Again, one more time. These are the open ones. You have ASM, Straczynski ASM Volume 2. And there's Straczynski ASM Volume 1. So you have Volume 1, Volume 2 of the Straczynski ASM. And then you have FF Volume 1 we talked about. And now, here we go. ASM Volume 1 right here. Look at it. You go through all the way up to issue 30, I think. Wait, what is that? No, it's more than 30. 38, 39. So this is the Ditko Stan Lee. And then I think Volume 2 is where Romita takes over. It's somewhere around here. You got more Claremont X-Men. This is Volume 3. More Claremont X-Men. This is Volume 4. Here's the Remender Cap. I think that's only one. Here's Spider-Gwen. Ultimate Spider-Man. Here's more Peter David Hulk. So this volume, which volume is this? Volume 2, Peter David Hulk. I'm telling you, he did a ton of Hulk. Here's Volume 2, ASM. And here you go. This is where Romita took over. All right, so there's that. Cable Deadpool. There's more Claremont right there. So here's Cable Deadpool. Here is more Claremont. This is Volume 2? Yeah, Volume 2, Claremont X-Men. Claremont Burn. Vision. This isn't really an Omni. It's just a hardcover. I highly recommend you guys read this. If you haven't, this is by Tom King. This is a great story. Absolutely great story. You don't have to be a Vision fan. Just be a fan of good storytelling. And here is War of Realms. So these were all the Omnis that are open. I'm going to do my best to get them up on eBay, and now I'm going to move things around, and we could do the sealed ones. So here we go. I'm going to kind of record this way and just start pulling from these piles. Now, these ones, again, all sealed on this side. We have Ultimate Spider-Man, volumes 2 and 3. This is the Bendis Bagley stuff. Volume 1, I think I already have from the last batch, which is kind of in the background. So you can't see my hand. Where am I? The background over here. Like right there. You kind of see this stack back there. We have Planet Hulk, Daredevil. This is the Brubaker Daredevil, Volume 1. Here's Frank Miller Daredevil, the Frank Miller Klaus Janson. Here's the Mark Waid, Volume 2. And we have the Mark Waid, Volume 1. So that's cool. I think I have to keep that one aside. I think I may have just sold that or this. Because I started putting these on eBay. The Spider-Verse Spider-Geddon. This is nice. Dan Slott. The Hawkeye, the Matt Fraction Hawkeye. People absolutely love this arc. That's why the show was so good. It stayed pretty close, pretty true to the actual storytelling. All right, Amazing Spider-Man Volume 5. Then we have Todd McFarlane's Spider-Man Omnibus. It covers the McFarlane run on his first, where he was writing. Here we got some more Peter David Hulk. We'll go over here. Peter David Hulk, this is Volume 5. So much Peter David Hulk. Let's go with some FF. We have Fantastic Four, Volume 4. We have FF, Volume 1. This is the Byrne, though. The Byrne run, not the Stan Lee run. This one is the Stan Lee run. Stan Lee and Kirby. Here's Byrne, Volume 2. You can see that one, all sealed. Here's the Mark Millar, FF Omni. We have the Wade FF Omni here. And we have Fantastic Four. Here's more Stan Lee. This is Volume 3 for Stan. So we have, what did we say, 3 and 4 for the Stan Lee? This is a little out of order. We have a Guardians hardcover. This is the Donny Cates. And then we have X-Men Legion Omni. ASM, here's the Stern. The ASM, I think it's just one volume for him. More Peter David. Look, see? Peter David Volume 4. Inferno. X-Men Inferno. And then you have Prologue. All right. And then we have Fall of the Mutants X-Men. Nice stuff. King in Black. This is a cool Omni. This was a great run with Null. So I'm going to move over just a little bit here. Here we go. David Michelini, Todd McFarlane. This is ASM 300 is in here. This is like classic McFarlane run. Venom, first Venom is in here. So that's cool there. ASM Stan Lee, Volume 3. These are all out of order. I got to get these a little bit set up. Here's FF Stan Lee, Volume 2. We saw Volume 1, I think, in the opened. Nick Spencer, Ryan Otley, Umberto Ramos, Volume 1. Here's some more Claremont X-Men. Volume 5, Claremont. I mean, God, he did so much X-Men. Here's more Claremont. This is Claremont Byrne, isn't it? Volume 2? Oh, no, this is Silver Age. This is the actual Volume 2. I'm sorry. This is Volume 2 from the Silver Age, all Stan Lee stuff. And here's Volume 1, Stan Lee stuff. Starting with X-Men 1, and this is sealed. So that's cool. Superior Spider-Man. Volume 1 on the Superior. I think that's all for Superior Spider-Man. I don't remember. Grant Morrison's New X-Men. Here's that run. And then we have Secret Warriors. We have Matt Fraction Thor. This is another big one here. Avengers. All sealed. More Claremont. This is Extreme X-Men. Jason Aaron's Doctor Strange. This is, I remember when these came, when this title came out, when I think Marvel started with a lot of number ones. I think it was after Secret Wars. You have Donny Cates' Cosmic Universe Omni. Great cover. Cosmic Ghost Rider. More Peter David. This is Volume 1, but this one is sealed. Mutant Massacre. Here's Dan Slott FF, but these are hardcovers, so that's Volume 3. What do we got here? Volume 2 and Volume 1. This is when they brought back the Dan Slott FF. We have Claremont Jim Lee X-Men. More Claremont Jim Lee. This is volume 2. Oh, this is volume 1. The other one was volume 2. I'm sorry. This is volume 1. And last but not least, I reach over Jason Aaron, Wolverine, and the X-Men. All right, so let's talk about the slabs now. All right, so that's it. You gotta glance at every single. There's 2 omnibus I didn't show you. I just remembered. One of them is the Walter Simonson Thor omnibus. I'm keeping that for myself. I already put it on my shelf, and that's why it wasn't in the stack. And the other one, just out of sheer coincidence, is over here because I'm going to auction this one off. This is the Absolute Carnage omnibus. So, and this one, we're going to auction this off on eBay Live, I believe. So, all right. So you saw everything. You saw every single thing. Now I'm going to show you the slabs. First up is Thor, God of Thunder, number 2. This is the first appearance of Gore the God Butcher. Speaking of butchering, Taika Waititi completely ruined this character and butchered him. One of the best, if not the best, Thor villains. We're not going to count Loki. Next up, we're going to stick to Thor here. This is Thor 134, First High Evolutionary. This one's a CGC 6.5. Nice book. Fairly inexpensive. More inexpensive than you would think. But then again, his kind of time to shine ended when Guardians of the Galaxy, but he's not dead. The character is not dead, and I don't know. I think maybe, just maybe, we'll see him again. Avengers number 8, first appearance of Kang. Nice mid-grade copy here, 4.5. I like this. This book is dropped, but they're not done with Kang. No way. They invested too much into this arc to get rid of him. Yeah, Jonathan Majors won't be playing Kang, but they will recast the character and it will work perfectly fine because of the whole variance thing. Next up, Silver Surfer number 3, First Mephisto, 5.5. Another character that we're going to see him. We are going to see him. And one of my favorite, there's 2 left, but one of my favorite books of all time. You guys know this. This is a double key. This is Avengers Annual number 6. First Annihilus, first Franklin Richards. So at first, I used to love this book because of Annihilus, and I still do because I love the character Annihilus. If you haven't, Marvel Annihilation arc, great story. He's the main antagonist. But the more I think about it, and the more I'm watching the MCU, the more I'm thinking about all of this and Secret Wars and all that. This is also the first appearance of Franklin Richards, who is an extremely powerful Omega-level mutant. I believe he's Omega-level. This is his first appearance as well. So it's a double key. First Annihilus, first Franklin Richards. Love this book. Another one that's fairly inexpensive right now. Last but not least, a book I've actually had in my PC multiple times and decided to sell multiple times. And I'm probably going to sell this one too. Flash 139, First Zoom. Great book. Yeah, first appearance of Reverse Flash. So with that, you saw all the slabs, you saw all the omnis, you saw it all. What did I pay for this collection? I'm going to give you 5 seconds. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. What did I pay for this collection? $3,500 for this one. It was pricey, but the last Omnibus Collection went well. I still have some stuff. You can find all of this stuff in my eBay store. All of it is either in my eBay store or going to be put into my eBay store over the next week or 2. So that's it for this collection. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We're going to get back to some cover price stuff really soon, but I wanted to get this one out as soon as possible because this one just purchased, just recorded, and right out into the world, into the internet. So on YouTube. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. And as always, keep it comics.